Mental health. I'm curious, what does it mean to you? If you're willing, share in the comments below, because mental health is super important, yeah? There's a lot of attention on it. There's even a whole day that's all about bringing awareness to mental health, but I feel we have it a bit wrong. Mental health is actually often a byproduct of your nervous system health. I'll say it again. Your mental health is often a byproduct of your nervous system health. So what I find is more important is bringing awareness to your nervous system health and regulation of that nervous system. So yes, mental health, nervous system health, our body as a whole, they all feed into one another, right? But when we're working with mental health, we're working more with a newer part of the brain. Versus when we're working with our nervous system health, we're really working at the core of it all. We're really playing with connecting with the oldest part of our system that's really about surviving and really about ultimately driving the bus here. So what is your nervous system? Your nervous system, to keep it really simple, is the messenger in between your brain and your body and your body and your brain. There's constantly these messages going back and forth. Now here's the thing, these messages aren't always what we want them to be. The result of that is often trauma. So trauma isn't about something that happened to us. It's not about an event that happened. It's more that our body is stuck still thinking it needs to survive. Trauma is not in the event, it's more in what didn't get to happen. So this is where our nervous system can go a bit funky, specifically our autonomic nervous system, the part of our nervous system that's all about helping us survive. Now, if we're stuck with some trauma, it's our nervous system that's still sending messages to our brain and our body that's all around surviving. And we can do what we can do with our physical body, get all strong, eat well. We can do what we do with our mental state, right? Maybe we focus on some mental practices and doing gratitude journals, being grateful. Maybe we do some sort of therapy that's around mental activity. All this super important. Maybe we're focusing more on meditation side of things to help, keep ourselves focused and more connected to our body. And all those things are all important, but if our nervous system is still stuck in that survival pattern, we're not really going to get to the core of anything. We have to work with that piece. We have to work with the nervous system to help us move out of those survival responses and into more regulation. Now, when we're stuck in survival, our life looks a lot more all over the place. We might experience a lot more anxiety and stress in our lives because we're always in this I need to survive state, or we might feel totally disconnected and shut down because we're still stuck in some sort of survival state. And then we can also seem like we're all over the place. What we want to work towards is to move out of those survival states and move more into flow. Move into being able to adapt to whatever shows up in our life. Something dangerous happens, I move into more survival mode, but then when I realize I'm safe, I move back out of it. We want to play with finding that flow, finding that regulation, and really healing so that we live within that regulation more often. We can do all the mental practices in the world, we can do all the body practices in the world, but it won't shift us out of that survival state. We need to connect with our nervous systems. We need to get to know the language of our survival states and how we're stuck in them or how we can move through them. We need to learn how to really connect with our body and let our body shift out of being stuck in these responses and really start to find flow. Get connected with our life force energy, get connected with our truth, and really start to show up from those places instead of our survival states. So, mental health will be affected when we move out of survival. Mental health, super important. Nervous system is at the core of that. We need to work at the level of our nervous system to influence the state of our entire body, right? So I hope that brings on some insight and some curiosity. There's a lot to learn when it comes to paying our attention to our nervous system. It's not something we're often taught. We're not taught to listen to our body and our responses and what's happening there. We're taught instead to maybe make sense of, be rational. Maybe we connect with emotions, but there isn't this full, complete awareness of what's happening in the entire system. And my hopes are to bring that awareness to you, whether it's through this video or if you're interested in some of my free content or courses. Here's hoping that more and more of the world gets more in touch with their nervous system, that we all become a bit more regulated and have healthy nervous systems, minds, bodies, spirits, all of it. Bring it on, right? Right, if you're interested, read in the comments, there'll be links to things. My name's Nicole Lohse, and I look forward to geeking out more with you around all things nervous system related.